Hi, I wanted to make this video so you can see how I make revisions to design with design tools. For example, on this lesson, we have two videos on different topics, agricultural technology and agricultural revolution, and then we have some questions to think about. So as a designer, what I would do here, or even as a user, these don't stand out enough for me to pay attention to them visually. The same with this. I would put it in a block. So let me just go through that. And since this is module 2, let's go and edit. So space here. And it's actually module 2 here, and then the title here, the second agricultural revolution. And I don't know if I noticed that in the previous one, part 2. So if we open design tools, I wanted to go through and kind of see how I do this. Okay, so this is fine since the video explains that, but the questions to think about is just regular text and nothing stands out. So I would even delete discontinued from here. And I'm also wondering if we should block this out or not. I don't know. I like to have little titles here, like if I do watch. Sometimes if it's in the same block, I can format it to a heading 4 like that. So it's like a little, it stands out a little better. Maybe I can customize it or add advanced elements, add an icon and put play button or something right there. And then there's like, you're going to watch this, some directions. For the questions to think about, and the same thing here, maybe control technology makes more sense here. So, and this we can do it as a heading 4 and add an icon. So do you see how this separates this section from this section nicely, and they know they're going to learn about agricultural technology, and then it's going to be a video. And then maybe we can do the same thing with this one. Instead of watch, we can say agricultural revolution. Or watch, maybe, I don't know, maybe watch is fine, but I like, with these directions, it'd be nice to have a little sentence. Like I like the sentence here that says, in this video, you can see how, you know, what they're going to see. And then those are some ideas, but let's work on this one, questions to think about. So they watch the video and they're like, okay, after I watch this, this is what I need to think about. This is what I need to analyze, and it needs to stand out. So for this one, I'm going to use HTML snippets, and you can preview them right here. And maybe we use this one because it's kind of like a tip. So we can change this to questions to think about. Maybe add an icon there. So even like a light bulb, I'm thinking. I don't know that I like that question mark. Oops. I don't know that I like that question mark. So to remove it, you can't just, backspace, but you need to remove it this way. But I need to be here, I think. Oh, done. Let me see. So not. I don't know why the remove icon was not working, but let's do light like this one. Why isn't it removing it? It's so weird. Okay, so usually you would remove it by going here and the remove button should appear. I'm not sure why it's not doing that, but we can fix it. And then this one, you know, maybe add it here. Something's not working with my computer. There. And then we have that this in a better block. But the other thing that we can do is make sure this is added in a box, and we can add, you know, to this box, we can customize the style and add this in a box. And I don't think it was doing that. So I'm going to actually leave that for you guys to explore. So let's see. Okay, so something like that. For this practice source analysis, this should be one of these blocks. So the content blocks over here. So this self-check right here, this should be its own block right here. So the self-check, we add it as a content block, you know, and you can add the icon by clicking here. And then I think it was this check. And this is so that we can move content blocks around and we separate content so that it's not, I see that all of this page it's in its own content block, but then it's really difficult to rearrange if we had to in a later, you know, design stage. So the progress, see how the progress bar is its own thing. Everything is its own thing. Sections or chunks of the lessons should be its own thing. I'm fine with this being its own block, the Second Agricultural Revolution, but once we moved into practice source analysis, that should be its own block, and you do it by adding it here. So it would be source analysis. And then you see how it's added at the bottom. This one should go before, so you just move it really easy. Add a icon so students can identify, maybe like a search icon, something like that, and then you can change the style. The self-check, we know that it's going to be a check. I think it was this one. And then to customize the style, I don't know if you know that, but I'll go over it. You click on there and then you go to customize the style, current element style here, and then you just so I think the background it's the blue, so was it this one, something like that. I can't remember how she did it. It's the entire circle. So I actually like this better where it's white and just that colored. Like that, so it's not so distracting to the eye versus that. But either way, it's fine. And then you can add your source analysis here. That one copied over to the source analysis, and then the self-check, and then the same with this video. This lesson review should be its own block. So you would have to add the lesson review at the bottom here, and then add the lesson review content as well as the icon. So this one should be moved right there, and add the icon and customize the style. So I hope this makes sense. I'm not going to save it because that's how I would like you guys to build the content. I thought I think module 1 looked like that. I didn't notice anything. We can leave it as is and with the changes you've made. But just moving forward, going through these pages, I think that if we divide content into content blocks, it'll help the student. And then adding, like I did this one, I'm fine with this being these 2 videos being its own content block, but just adding these little headers, I think it was the heading 4 to this one, maybe a little icon, adding like this box, and you can play with the box here and adding, the color, changing the color, making it pretty. This one too, that header, and then the same with the question to think about, something that pops up. So they're not just reading, this is just reading text, the same font. This is just bolded. This should be a content block. So that's the feedback that I have. Thanks.